J with an E.
Hello, and we're back again, and yes, we've survived Christmas and New Year's Eve, and we hope you have too, because we need the listeners. So I'm going to start. As we know, it's January, so Happy New Year to everybody. And the first one is by Edgar Fawcett. January is here, with eyes that keenly glow, a frosted mailed warrior striding a showery steed of snow. And that brings me straight into my guest, who is a male poet warrior, Mr. Grimez.
Happy New Year. How you guys doing? Hope you're good. It's good to be here on Rebels Radio.
Thank you. And so we'll just kick off with one that you've got. That'd be lovely.
Okay, this one is called Amped Up. This is one I did back in 2013. On the mic, I'm a demon slayer. Pump up the volume like Christian Slater. So all you MTV sinners, say your prayers. I put the Holy Ghost up in your ears with the power of 13. I destroy the concept of fear. The real man is steel, but kryptonite has no effect. Ready to face a challenge from a fake architect, using mental power to block psychic attacks, jumping over death traps. Only Tom Cruise thinks the mission is impossible. Determination over BS, and all that negative talk gets put to rest. Blasting parasites of the power of 13. The human race is the winning team. With that positive energy, yo, I'm amped up, amped up. Demons get smacked up, smacked up. With that positive energy, yo, I'm amped up, amped up. Demons get smacked up, smacked up. You say David Beckham is God, more like Wesley Snipes. He is ready to give the blade to a parasite. As for me, I murder stereotypes. That makes me a wanted man. Conforming is not an option. There is no stopping the messenger. Now the public become the new police, transforming into angry machines, censoring the speech if they disagree. Behold, the RoboCop persona. It's a vendetta against the honor of human rights. Never submit to the oppression. Find your method, defeat the aggressor. With that positive energy, I'm amped up, amped up. Demons get smacked up, smacked up. With that positive energy, I'm amped up, amped up. Demons, they will definitely get smacked up.
That was fantastic. And there were so many visuals. As you were saying that, I had all these visuals going on, and all these and the individuals, and the way that sort of, you sort of with the Beckham, the Wesley Snipes, and the very sort of cartoony stuff, and the way you got in the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible and all that. So that was like when I was visualising it. But where did you get the inspiration for that?
Wow, it just came to me in the night, literally. So I did like a lot of these poems around 2013. And that idea, amped up, it just came into me, like I said, literally during the night. And I just thought, I don't know, let me just write something that gives a lot of energy, a lot of character. That's what I really thought, really. And
it did. I could feel the energy. And, sort of like watching you do it as well, I could see the energy.
Yeah.
But I think, even if you're just hearing it, you could feel the energy there, and it took you on this journey. And I like poetry like that, that's really. When you say you wrote a lot of them in 2013, how long have you actually been writing for?
Since 14, I've been experimenting and doing my own style, but I wanted to do an album in 2013. Mm-hmm. Originally, I was doing hip hop, if you want to say that. But I always felt like I was more of a poet rather than a rapper. So I just wanted to do everything just like an a cappella style.
Yeah.
So this is where Amped Up came into it. And I said, hey, let me roll with this style. And I think that was one of the first poems I wrote for the album, which I called Path of 13. It was like a demo album.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's how that kind of came about.
And is it out there for people to...
Yeah, you can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Amazon. Just type in Path of 13 It's got others on there like Mind Cocaine, Choose Wisely. So these are a lot of poems that I perform live at open mics.
Yeah. And so have you got them with you now?
Some of them, yeah.
So go into another one if you would.
Excellent. This is actually a new one that I'm going to do, which is called Facebook Healer. All right, here we go. Trash talkers want to see you struggle. Rise up, cut through their childish banter, because their words don't really matter. I'll crush a fake friend in an instant with no resistance. If you want to live it large, you got to be disciplined. Out of the box thinking. Cut through the red tape. Never let the cyborgs hunt you down. Never let the bullies make you feel like a clown. It's that simple. What more can I say? Oh yeah, don't be afraid to turn the page for a new chapter. Never let the politics of Facebook damage you. If someone is stuck in the past, then it's best to move on. Defend yourself from negativity. Put the armor on. A Facebook healer to defeat the negative. A Facebook healer to spread a positive message. A Facebook healer to defeat the negative. A Facebook healer to spread a positive message. Who's next to piss you off with a Facebook status? Another day gone bad. So they poison your mind with pure negative thoughts. Now your day becomes worse. Back and forth with the digital tennis. Frustrating, getting your point across. It's like a 9-to-5 job. The language gets lost. Then you create an enemy. Facebook beef is on the menu. More beef gets cooked up on YouTube. Now the whole world hates you. Too many people making assumptions like they know you. It's a one-dimensional view. Labeled a criminal. The master of sin. Stand up to the foolishness. Never let the trolls win. False allegations become a sexual fantasy for the trolls. So ignore the BS. Never take part in the conversations of low intellect. A Facebook healer to defeat the negative. A Facebook healer to spread a positive message. A Facebook healer to defeat the negative. A Facebook healer to spread a positive message.
Well, I think you said it all in that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You really covered Facebook, you know. It's sort of, it's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's the light's dark and the light side.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And originally with this one, I actually done a song called Facebook Killer. So this is like the sequel to it. It's kind of a little bit similar to this one. But I didn't like the original Facebook Killer, to be honest. I just wasn't taken to it. I just felt like I needed to brush up and upgrade it, if you say that. The best way to say. And that's how Facebook Healer came into effect. And it's also on the EP, which is The Steam, which was released May the 1st this year. And that was a collaboration with Rob Knowles, Audio 287.
Last year.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're now in this year. We're in 2016, aren't we?
Yeah.
It just goes, doesn't it? But I'm reading a book at the moment, and it's called You've Been Publicly Shamed. And basically, it's all to do with now we've got the internet.
Yeah.
How stuff is so easy, you know, to shame people. Like somebody might send off a silly little quote on Twitter. As you do, you just send it off and then it's gone and it's out there.
Yeah, that's right.
And then by the time someone else gets it and then they've added their bit and all of a sudden there'll be a witch hunt.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah, yes. And I think as well it's sort of similar, like when you're texting, you could put something and you're having a big laugh in your head. You can see the fun of it, and then someone else gets it and thinks, what's she saying? She being sarcastic, and then next minute, as quite clearly you said there, all bets are off, and you're on this like big ping pong of slagging off.
It's almost like you got to censor yourself as well, and you got to be politically correct, which I don't particularly agree with at times, because if you've got something to say and it's very important, you don't really want to edit yourself because people might take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Or sometimes people might see something and they might be like, oh, you're trying to encourage people to do something wrong. Or it's not that. You're trying to inspire people, but people take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because it's about, people like to conform and it's easy for them to do that. And then when you say, how about trying something a different way? and you use your method and you tell people about your method, people say, no, you shouldn't do it that way. It should be this way. And sometimes on the internet as well, like with YouTube, you get people doing different things. Mm-hmm. And some people might find it controversial and they take it the wrong way. And then rather than people think for themselves, they all follow that pattern.
Yeah. See, I think that's some of the positive side as well, is because it can teach us to think outside the box. Because I find the human race, it doesn't like change. Even if it's good for it doesn't encourage or want change. And then once change has come, it's like, oh, actually, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's fear. A lot of it's fear.
Yeah. And also it's about stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because we all do our thing. And when someone brings us something different, we're like, oh, I don't want to go there. But I think sometimes if you've got something, it may take a while for people to get used to it.
Yeah.
And then when they finally get used to it, like, it's not that bad,
That's it. And sometimes you don't know any. I remember decimal when it came in. See, I'm that age. In 71, everyone was like, oh, can't deal with this, can't. And now we've had it like for whatever years, and it's just acceptable. And now they want to change it again, the pound coin, and it's like everyone's moaning about that. It's But no, anyway, I've got a picture on my wall and it said, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So,
awesome. That's what it's about.
Yeah. So, as I said, you're here to share your work with us, so please do.
And on that same kind of particular subject about comfort zone, this one is called Unmask the Truth. I've seen these darker days. The sun always appears, vaporizing all these fears. The judge dreads sentence, trying to execute positive elements. These naysayers feed off gossip, so they create the chatterbox. Meanwhile, internet arguments keep the public lost. Starving for attention, they get cross. Drama is their drug, reality malfunctional, turn nothing into something. There's always a problem, but unlock the truth, then it will make sense. Until then, stay sick with a screw face, super vex, Terminator, ready to pull a tech. Evil vibes not needed, step back and relax. Wake yourself up from the devilish trance. Keep it, Carl Urban, streetwise of intelligence, a positive talent to represent. You can only fail yourself. Never put your success in the hands of someone else. Yes, people will support you on the way, but stick to your truth, never dumb it down. Of course, flip jokes now and then and now. Never become a degenerate for the crowd. Heavy metal style, sometimes you got to get loud. Be free from jail, don't be another number. Pigeonholed, labelled for the agenda. Eradicate the stereotype, why be a member? Unmask the truth, make it happen. Unmask the truth, just make it happen.
Excellent. And very powerful. And I must say, from watching you on YouTube and knowing you on Facebook, you are one of the most hard-working poets. You're always out there. You just seem to always be somewhere, and so I don't know. I can't believe your energy.
I think it's just, with me, it's about being consistent as much as possible, especially in this day and age when sometimes people don't see you're doing something, they think, oh, they've given up. So I always try to put myself out there and go to as many places as possible. This year it might kind of tone down because of budgets and stuff, but I want to try and keep up that energy and just keep on going. Look, even if I'm saying the same poem all the time, it's still just about putting yourself out there and being consistent.
So where can people link up to you and your Facebook and all of that? Promote yourself.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook under Mr. Grimez Official. You can get all updates there. You can get me on Twitter, Mr. Grimez Real. And also, if you just type me in on YouTube, Mr. Grimez the Poet Warrior, you'll find me. You can't miss me. I'm wearing a mask.
That's what I liked when I saw you. It was like, because I love gimmick. I just love it. And yeah, being on the radio, it doesn't give you justice. You really, really need to see this man and watch him perform. So yeah, that's wonderful. Where did the name come from?
Well, actually, originally I was called Mr. Grimez the Anti-Hero. And that name, Mr. Grimez, has stuck with me for like years. But I just like the hero element of it. Well, the anti-hero element. So I decided to cut off anti-hero, bring in Poet Warrior in 2013, and here we go. So yeah, the Warrior name, it kind of came from Transformers the movie, like the old school one. There's a character called Cyclonus the Warrior. So I decided, hey, I like Warrior, so why not? Yeah.
Ah, see, as I said, visually you really need to see this man. And I'm going to go into a poem from Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and it's called The Cost of Sanity. I spoke to the voices, they confused me. I spoke to the doctor, he diagnosed me. I spoke to the psychiatrist, she sectioned me. I spoke to the nurse, he medicated me. I spoke to the social worker, she assessed me. I spoke to the housing officer, he resettled me. I spoke to the benefits advisor, she referred me. I spoke to the key worker, he reviewed me. I spoke to the probation officer, she paroled me. I spoke to the policeman, he arrested me. I spoke to the magistrate, she sentenced me. I spoke to the prison officer, he confined me. I spoke to the walls, they ignored me. I spoke to the voices, for now there was no one else. And that's quite... I think the lesson to learn is speak to no one.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of spooky as well, that poem.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. And that's as I was reading it, I thought, just keep your mouth shut. Just keep your mouth shut. Because,
keep it simple, yeah.
Yeah,
just
keep
quiet,
it simple. I like that. But we're going to go back to you now. So what have you got for us?
All right, this next one is called, one of my favorites, Advanced Setting. I stay rough and rugged in the digital age. Beyond the computer's reach, I am a sage. Too bad the mosquitoes can't relate. Blood sucking is at a high rate. Defend your health, looking after yourself. Some of us create opportunities while others destroy hope. Tie your confidence with a rope. Put your career on hold. I don't think so. You got to go for that gold. Move forward with the secret weapon. I guess you're ready for the tests. But first, get the anger off your chest. Then you can take the right step in the next direction. Remember to use that raw method. Advanced setting. Switch it up and use the raw method. Advanced setting. Switch it up and use the raw method. A hot stepper. Fire walking through the valley of death to the ends of the earth. Nobody understands your path. People are scared of your mask. Ahead of your timeline. You can see through the hysteria, the public hysteria. Never run the marathon for the hyper runs. This rat race is not for some. Race the competition in these days of thunder. Tom Cruise in second gear. Get to the point of a tribal spear. Could care less about the fast lane. I'm about to get on the first train to my paradise. So many folks are nervous to roll that dice. Take a gamble for that peace of mind. Instead, they divert to a life of crime. Dialogue switching up. Please, you're not lost. Use the advanced setting to change the plot. Advanced setting. Switch it up and use the raw method. Advanced setting. Rebels Radio. Use that raw method. Thank you.
And thank you. And as has been shared, we are Real Rebels Radio at... I don't know.
Excellent.
Where am I? Who am I? Anyway, I do know now we're at Acrylic Mink at realrebelsradio.com. So if you'd like to send in your work or, just vocally do an MP3 and send it to us and we can play it on air. And who we have played on air before is Amani Love, who did send in her work. So here's one from her.
Creamy skin and long hair, body dusted with glitter and oils. She smells so sweet. She glides by each person and lets them smell her essence, each one taking her in their own way. The handsome brother in the corner pictures her holding his hand, walking on the beach. The older Italian man sees his daughter's best friend whom he's lusted over for years, but never let his mind wander this far. The lesbian in the front row remembers the last time she tasted her sweet pussy. She rules them as she takes the stage. Muscular limbs swinging and twirling, hips gyrating, demonstrating her sexual prowess. She's a predator. She struts around and makes the other women hate her and love her all at once. They want to be her. They want to be with her. And they want what she's got in more ways than one. Those she has indulged can't get enough of her. Those she's shunned are consumed by her. She dances and they are mesmerized, entranced by her body's every move. She controls them. Their dollars fall at her feet, not even meriting acknowledgement if less than a 10. 20s make it to her garter belt, 50s and 100s into her thigh-high boots. Only the best bottle of champagne will do, and then, and only then, she might dance for you. She's a sex goddess, and they bow to her, imagining what she would do to them. Would she be as gentle as her graceful moves? Would she crush them between her awesome thighs? How would her hands feel on their skin? When she licks her large round breasts, they can feel her tongue lash at them. Does her pussy taste as good as they imagine? Is a kiss from her plump, glossed lips as penetrating as her eyes? What makes her a blessing and a sin? What keeps them coming back religiously, making the stage her collection plate, showering her with their hard-earned tithe? She preaches to them. Her voice and words are silky, and they slide in their ears and drip through their souls. Subliminal messages of loyalty. I'm here for you, baby. You can see me whenever you want to. Next service is Friday night, with a repeat sermon on Saturday night. Don't miss a week, or your spirit will lack fulfillment. You know I love you as much as you love me. Then the song ends, and the bartender shouts last call. Her ass switching, hair swinging, her parting glances pierce hearts as she blows them a kiss goodnight. See you tomorrow night, baby. I'll be waiting, and they'll be back.
Wow, how are you going to come back from this?
Oh, I know. Open a few doors. Give me a glass of water. And,
exotic transition.
Yes. And that was, as I said, Imani Love with Exotic Dancer. Oh. And we're coming to the end of the... Well, now, hang on. I'm still in part there, wasn't I? Oh, I was still in character. And we're coming to the end of the show. And, yes, we'd like to thank you for listening. And next month, we have a guest host, which is going to be George Boyd. And also, the month after will be the lovely, delightful Annie Knight, and they will just be sitting in for me while I'm off doing other things. But if you want to catch us on the internet, we do have a Facebook page, which is The Broken Verb. So put your poetry, any gigs you have, or just general poetry stuff that you think we should know about. And we're coming to the end, and I would like to thank my guest, Mr. Grimes, who's been wonderfully entertaining.
Thank you. I could have been more entertaining, but hey, it is what it is.
No, you were entertaining. But as I said, visually, he's even more entertaining. So when you see his name up, go and see him and give him your support. And we're going to end on a poem of yours?
Yes, this one is Supreme Warrior Mode. I'll let you catch your breath back, Julie.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Grimes, I take the risk. I take the piss out of industry gimps. So gatekeepers, take 2 steps back. You can't handle this. I'll smash through your wall like a juggernaut. The hard body force. Yes, the force is so strong. A Jedi Knight has to feel it. The up mountain struggle. Determination to make it to the top. Every warrior has his day, regardless of the multiple flops. Moving through the darkness, ninja style, trying to keep a low profile. Never follow the crowd. Create your own fashion trends. It's your vibe. Stay true to the realness. When the ride gets rough, hold on to your sanity. The warrior spirit is a great power in this galaxy. Supreme Warrior Mode. I let the good times roll. Tell the critics I don't care about a flow. Supreme Warrior Mode. I let the good times roll. Tell the critics I don't care about a flow. Galvatron cannon style. Blasting the demons, the critics. Switch up to Anton Tech gimmicks. Yes, I'm ready to rumble. On the scene with a microphone and mask. The mission is on point. I give a middle finger to the drones that want to censor my voice. So I speak louder. Scare the crap out of these cowards. Profanity bullets. The hardcore speech. An easy way to put the rumors to sleep. I get raw like Eddie Murphy, but this ain't no comedy. When will you wake up and smell the jerk chicken? You keep on slipping, you keep on slipping. When will you get a mind of your own? Don't call yourself a soldier if you worship the drones. It's all about being brave, breaking the word cages. Never listen to those haters. Supreme Warrior Mode. I let the good times roll. Tell the critics I don't care about a flow. Supreme Warrior Mode. I let the good times roll. Tell the critics I don't care about a flow. F the beef, increase the peace, and never let the hyperons win. But one more thing, there's one last poem, so check this one out. The dark side of South Norwood. Take a long stroll through the SE25. Most days are quiet, so you won't see much hype. Unlike her sister Thornton Heath, always get into trouble. Sirens will break the silence into 2 halves. It becomes annoying, so annoying that the silence is broken. Wishing for that peace again, the alter ego of darkness, is hard to understand. The characteristics are sometimes wild or just bland, unpredictable, how the day may go. Petty criminals and pollution are the foes. A child of Croydon, raised a little bit rough, did not have much love compared to her brothers and sisters. So would you say hello to South Norwood? Or are you scared of her reaction? Who knows? You may feel a physical attraction. Poet Warrior, Year of the Golden Mask, it continues. And it's nearly over.
It does continue. So thank you for my guest. Yes, Mr. Grimes.
Salute to you, Rebels Radio, and you, Julie.
Thank you. And we are going to see you out. Well, I'm not, and nor is Mr. Grimes, but Dino Mahoney is going to see you out with his Hong Kong bar hop.
Lights up, go, go!